My name is Rafael Abdul-Majid Igombo. I'm the head of Education and Public Programs Department in Fort Jesus. And here we are in Fort Jesus. This fort was built in 1593 by the Portuguese. They also wanted to find a sea route to India. And when they came across Mombasa, they were so impressed by the deep waters, by the boats that were docking, very big, and many boats that were docking at the old port of Mombasa. And they conquered Mombasa. It wasn't an easy thing. They came and fought people around. So the Portuguese lived Mombasa, they ruled Mombasa for over 100 years. The Omanis ruled over Mombasa for over 200 years. So we can say the eras. There is the Portuguese era, the Omani era, and then the British era. Now during the British time, this was turned into a barracks for soldiers. The British, now I think occupying Fort Jesus and Mombasa gave them some inspiration that they would go into the interior. And so they started planning on how they would build a railway line and access Baganda Kingdom, where they would get a lot of goods from the other side. Coming to Fort Jesus will really have a very good commemoration of really what happened during the 400 years that have passed. We have galleries. There is a gallery that is an ethnographic gallery that has collections that basically were collected from different sites in the coastal strip. The other one is we have a room here which has the Portuguese wall painting. When the soldiers were held up here for 2.5 years, these guys were so idle that they started just drawing on a rock, on a wall. Other attractions are like the Omani house. Omani house, because Omanis lived in Mombasa for over 200 years, they have left a lot of their cultures. The other one is the gunpowder room, where many of the Portuguese soldiers died. And so that room has been left out, and we have some interpretation telling us of really what happened during the 1698-1699. We also have two passages. One of the passage is called the Passage of the Arches. That passage was carved out from the coral rocks. The strong Mombasa people, local people, dug it out with sharp objects. And that was during the time they were building the fort. And that was used to bring in ammunitions. There's another passage just next to us here, which is called the Passage of the Steps. That one was to bring in foodstuff and medical supply. Personally, I'm proud of Fort Jesus because the presence of this fort in the middle of Old Town is quite something, because now the local people are harnessing the potential of this fort towards income generating activities. In a day, we are able to get around 30,000 visitors in a day. In a month, it depends with the season. Our high seasons are April, August, and December.